About 6 years ago, I went to scout camp for my first time. At 10 years old, I was a shy, sheltered child. I had never been away from my family for more than a night. I couldn't imagine being away for an entire week. It was a gloomy morning when I hugged my family goodbye and took my place in one of the many cars driving up to camp. I stifled my tears as we drove up to Camp High Sierra, which has since become a second home for me. My name is Kyle Calzia. I've been a Boy Scout for 6 years. I'm a junior assistant scoutmaster in Troop 260. Scouting has also inspired me to be more active in school. I am currently a dance director in ASB, a captain of the swim team, and an attorney for Gunnarson's mock trial team, which made it to the Final Four in our county this year. I could never have dreamed of making any of these accomplishments come true without the help of scouting. I've gone back to Camp High Sierra ever since 2010. I've completed numerous merit badges, teaching me skills of first aid, communication, and how to preserve the environment. Boy Scouts has taught me leadership, communication, work ethic, and self-sufficiency. I became a senior patrol leader at the young age of 14. I had to lead 40 young, immature scouts through difficult hikes, long 50-milers, and countless hours of community service. Fortunately for me, I had people who were willing to push me to be the best that I could be. I was taught how to delegate responsibility, how to engage the scouts, and most importantly, how to stay cheerful through the stressful job. Since my time as senior patrol leader, I've had several of my elders compliment me on my leadership throughout the community. Last year, I had the privilege of working full-time at Camp High Sierra. I worked under an amazing program team and made friendships with so many other staffers that will last lifetimes. But my most cherished moments weren't with the other staff members. They were with the other scouts. There are so many every week that made it all worthwhile. Every Friday morning, the staff would help the scouts that had missed the session finish their merit badges, and we would fill out blue cards, which were the documents that said that the scouts had completed their merit badges. Filling out blue cards was not a very fun job. It's a tedious work, writing the same thing on hundreds of small pieces of paper. Now, I worked at the Trail to Eagle section of camp. And in our area, we had a table on top of a little hill. And from this hill, you could see most of the camp. Now, some of my coworkers and I would sit up at this table and we'd do our blue cards. Some guys named Matthew and Daniel and I. And later in the morning, most of the guys, the scouts, who had finished their merit badges would go to the meadow and they'd play softball, or they'd play frisbee, or they'd start packing up for the departure the next morning. But there was always at least one scout who would come and they'd sit with Daniel and Matthew and I, and they'd just talk about how much they enjoyed their week, and how much they wanted to be like us when they got older. And that really touched me, because that's exactly how I was as a scout. I knew from the very first second of camp that I wanted to be a staff member. And those personal connections with some of the scouts were some of the best experiences I had last year. A scout is trustworthy, loyal, helpful, brave, clean, reverent, obedient, cheerful, and thrifty. Not in that order. Those are words that I live by every single day. Whether it's in the pool, working hard in the classroom, or wandering in the outdoors. Scouting has taught me to be more of a confident and an outgoing person, inspiring me to be the person that I am today. Thank you.